As a kid, I remember sitting in church and looking at all the stained glass windows. Our church had quite a few of them, and they were very colorful and beautiful. But that was when I was a kid, and I never thought I would ever be doing this for a living. The first time I ever tried stained glass, I took a class my sophomore year in college. It was a terrible experience, and I cut my hands to shreds. Then 2 years later, I decided to try it on my own, and it went a lot better. I've been doing it ever since. Every job is different, and every job is new. There's always a twist to it. It all involves new design, which is my favorite part of the whole thing. My favorite jobs are the big ones. I love the challenge of solving the problems of design or reconstruction or construction of such large projects. A lot of times you need to just stand back and look at it, but when it's so big, it's hard to get the overall picture until it's actually in place. So I stack them up in the windows often. Sometimes they look better with it in front rather than behind, so you gotta test it both ways. This one almost looks better in front. I draw on past experiences, past projects, and I always have them kind of in the back of my mind. When the Yountville Seventh-day Adventist Church asked me to do this depiction of the second coming of Christ, the challenge was, it was 35 feet tall, 9 feet wide overall, and broken up in many sections. The process of transferring a 18-inch drawing to a 35-foot pattern was the challenge that kept me up at night. So once you lay it out on the pattern and you fit a piece of glass and a piece of lead, a piece of glass, a piece of lead, but as you fit it, it tends to grow a little bit, so you have to grind down the high spots on the glass, fit it in more snug, because if this one's off, then the next one's off a little bit more, the next one's off a little bit more, and then you don't have your pattern anymore. I'm always nervous about installing a project like this, whether or not people will like it. Maybe I worry too much because I don't think I've had many things, anything really, has really come back where people just don't like it. After working on the panels for the past 6 months, I've only seen them, one here, one there. I've been able to put two side by side in the windows and look at the light and compare them. But after putting them up, all of them up, and seeing them all together and how the light works and how they flow, that's where the satisfaction is, that it works. The other morning we drove by and just went by the church and looked at it from the outside. It's like 90% installed, and just to drive by and see it, I can't help but feel satisfaction and overwhelmingly thankful. Thankful that people would be willing to pay me to do something I love. And there's something about that that's amazing to me.